Hey folks, I have to address something really tough today, and it's not the kind of it has to do with the implications around the figure in the photo that looks like my wife, and basically a lot of you have suggested that this thing is something called a doppelganger, and I reached out to some, of the paranormal investigators that I've already been talking to, and many of you messaged me as well, and essentially, this thing is like a bad omen. It's an entity that lets you know that something evil is going to happen, and it's actually apparently a very well documented phenomenon, and many historical figures even have seen these things before. Abraham Lincoln is an example. I guess he saw himself multiple times before he was killed, and essentially it's a warning that something bad is going to happen. It could also be an escalation of something that is already bad, something that's already happening. It's not the kind of thing that you can ignore or run away from, and in and of itself, it is not the problem. It's just a symbol of the problem. Now, with my wife and kids gone, they aren't in any immediate danger of being affected by whatever is in this house. But a lot of you, so many of you, have suggested that I contact my wife and let her know about this and warn her that she could be in danger. I would do that if I was concerned that the bad thing hasn't already happened. But I believe that what we're seeing is... I believe that what we're seeing has already happened. And the reason I was so kind of bent out of shape in the last video was when that photo was taken. My wife was in the middle of a very complicated labor because only one of the twins was still alive. I don't really want to talk about this now or ever, but I think you guys can understand that. But I think you guys can all understand how devastating that is to us and how serious I take all of this. And I think you can also understand why my wife doesn't want to come back to this house, and how tough it is to explain to my older son. And I know there have been a lot of comments, I see all of them, or I try to, about the babies being born with black eyes, or my wife leaving because of conspiracy stuff and aliens and all kinds of stuff. And to all of you who are or think that this is funny or some kind of hoax or some trick, fuck you. This is something that I don't want to share or talk about, but I want those of you who have been supportive and polite and actually really wonderful to me and to my family to understand the context of what we're going through. So I get how tough this must be to listen to, and it is no more fun for me to talk about it. But I've been trying to find the silver lining in some of this, and I think it is that my family is safe away from this place, and it gives me the opportunity to push a little harder in protecting this home. And, with the pregnancy and the family, and this was all very hard on my wife, and having strangers come into our home and perform rituals and all kinds. It's just so. She did not have the energy or the patience for any of this, especially given what, everything that she was going through. And now that they're away, I can do that kind of stuff safely, and I don't have to worry about, the complications anymore with that. There's been a lot of talk about the kind of stuff that I can do next, and I'm considering all of it from, the rituals, the psychic kind of flushings that can happen here, the audio deterrents that people have proposed, and even serious religious, whatever you want to call them, exorcisms or blessings or whatever. All of that stuff that seemed too risky when my family was in the home is now definitely in the cards. And the day-to-day reality is that this investigation is what I have now. I don't get to come home to my wife. I don't get to see my kids. I am here by myself with whatever is here with me. And there, as far as I can see, two ways that this ends. I purge these things from my property so that my family can come back, or I leave too, and I don't even want to consider that because I refuse to be run out of my home. I am the kind of person that feels better when I'm in control and when I have a plan, and I have felt insanely helpless lately in my own life, and getting back to experimenting and establishing this place as a like a base camp for research makes me feel a lot better. I'm going to reschedule that team that I had mentioned that was going to come and take a look at the home. I had to cancel because my wife was admitted into the hospital, but now if they can come, maybe they might be here the same time as Freya, and we've got a bunch of other bigger, hopefully, experiments that we've been planning for a little while now, and maybe we can implement those when everybody's on site at the same time. That is really what is keeping me focused right now. And everybody is telling me that I need all the help I can get, and I get that, and I know, and I appreciate it. Many of you that have reached out, I have reached back, and if I haven't reached out to you yet, I'm sure that I probably will. But now, thankfully, I have the space and the time to focus on this and fix it. So I will make sure that I update everybody as soon as I can. But thank you guys so much for everything.